Hi Nidhi, welcome. And guys, we have Nidhi Joshi with us today. She has cracked Nagarro interview. And Nidhi, why don't you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Shailesh. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, myself Nidhi Joshi, and I have around 4 years of experience in majorly in automation testing only. So, I like apart from web automation, I have also worked on API testing. Like I've automated it using REST Assured, and like for some duration, I've also worked as a performance tester, and I've used a load runner tool. And like I'm also well versed with manual testing. Of course, it goes hand in hand with automation.
Yep,
So
yep,
yeah, that's all.
great. And so we'll start with the first round. So generally, in Nagarro, they give you the MCQs. So how did you find it? So was it difficult, or how much preparation is required for it?
Okay, so in Nagarro, like first round, yeah, it's an IQ test. Okay, so it like for me it was like 15 minutes only, and there were around 20 questions. So the questions were not that difficult. I think I find it quite easy. Okay, but the challenge here is that you have to answer as many questions as you can in that 15 minutes. So questions were more compared to the time. So yeah, like I was like after completing the test, I was pretty sure, that I will be able to crack it because the difficult level was not that high, and I think basic level of reasoning and aptitude was there, and uh, I think that's like pretty easy, and I don't find it like you need to even practice it for that.
Yeah. And in second round, that is related to your whatever profile you are
Mhm.
applying. So like for us, it will be like automation testing. So how was it? How many questions you attempted, and how did you feel about it?
Yeah, so that second MCQ test, which was focused on the domain. Okay, so for me it was Java with Selenium. Along with that, there were some rest assured questions also, and the duration was around I think 1 hour, and like I don't remember the exact number of questions, but the difficulty level I would say it was medium, not that difficult. I mean, the majority of the questions were in medium level, and the Java questions were basically based on OOPS concept like inheritance, abstraction, all those things over there. Then there were some output based questions also, and for Selenium the questions were decent, I would say.
Mhm.
So mostly the questions were the methods that we have in Selenium, like dot click or dot get, the difference between dot get, dot navigate to, and like what all components are there in Selenium, so
Yep.
and what is now obsolete, like that there were questions. And in rest assured the questions were based on the HTTP response code and authentication
Yep.
headers and like that there were questions.
So if you have like worked on framework, and if you have like practiced your Java and Selenium, so that will be like easy for you. But like I have seen candidates like applying for automation testing, and they have got the questions from development, and it sometimes it happens also. So in that case, you can just tell your HR after the test, okay, that it was like out of the syllabus for me and something like that, but just don't give up, and don't leave your test. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So for me, it was based on my technology only. So I was like, fine.
Great,
And after
great.
an hour or so, I got the result also. Like
Okay.
I got a mail, that you have cleared this assessment. Now you have to go through, like there will be another round and HR will connect with you. And next day, then I got a call from Nagarro's HR. And then she told me that, you will be having this technical round, which was like said to be like, was for 30 minutes, but eventually it went up to, I think, 45 to 50 minutes. So
Great.
let me talk about that interview experience now.
Sure, sure, go ahead.
Um, yeah, so mostly like she was interested in Java questions only. Like even though I think she barely asked me questions related to Selenium, there were very few questions. Mostly it was focused in Java. So the coding question was, to find the duplicate number in an array. which is, I
Mm-hmm.
think, is not that difficult. It's an easy one. Then another question was related to Java collection, array list basically, that you have to, insert elements and print. That was also, I find it a direct question only,
Yep.
but you should have that knowledge of, the collection framework.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then yeah, in Selenium, she asked me another question, that you have to find the broken links and you have to store it and then print the title of that page.
Okay, again a
Uh,
famous question.
yeah, very famous question. But
Yeah.
I started it like I started this. I think Nagarro was my first interview actually, so I was not sure what is actually a broken link.
Yeah.
So so I so that question, obviously, when you don't know some things, you can't even attempt that. So I asked her, what is a broken link? Then she told me, it's a link which doesn't work when you click on it. It either gives you 400 for bad
That's a
request.
that's a really good thing because as a QA we are expected to know the exact scenario, and it's
Yeah,
always good like if you don't like if something is not clear to you, it's always recommended you cross question, so that like many times it happens that the interviewer himself or herself help you out to think
right.
about it. So like that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, so she like very nicely, she explained it to me, and then I understood the question. It was not that difficult. Then I was, able to like write it down and check with her.
Perfect. And you told that after your second round, like the next day, the interview happened.
Yeah, yeah. Next day
Perfect.
only.
And like apart from basic Java and Selenium, is something was asked regarding REST API.
Uh, for REST API, yeah, she asked me like you have to write a code to for get method. So I have like done it using BDD style, given when then
Okay.
like that I have written it. And I think, yeah, in Java there was another question which was a direct hoops concept. So she asked me that explain extraction, how you will be able to achieve it.
Okay.
So then you have to give example like either through interface or through abstract method.
Hmm. Perfect. And like some so after all these technical questions, so the salary discussion or something was with the same interviewer or the HR came to you.
No, no, no. That was a separate, technical round. And next day, actually, I got a call from Nagarro HR. I mean, the HR who was, connected with me throughout the process. So she
Okay.
told me that another HR will connect with you for salary
Hmm.
discussion and whatever. Okay. So I got a call from her, I think, next 2 to 3 days. Actually, it took some time, and also the HR, that was actually technically the HR interview that they call it. And she like the first question she asked me that, do you have any experience of on-site? So I was
Okay.
like, no, no, I don't have, but yeah, I'm interested if there is an opportunity in Nagarro features. She said yes, there are plenty of opportunity, but I think that's just a tricky question,
Yeah,
to
like they tell this same thing to like most of the candidates. Like in some cases, they ask whether do you have a passport. Like so, this is just a gimmick to fall in the trap so that like the candidate joins them. So yeah, and were you offered your desired location?
Yeah, yeah. So, so after that, she only asked me that, what's your desired location. So for me, I live in Delhi, so NCR is fine, be it Noida or Gurgaon. So she said,
Great.
okay, whichever suits you, you can tell me. So I gave her Gurgaon location. So after this, then she asked me, what is your expected salary? So I gave her the figure. In fact, in the offer letter, I got exactly what I was expecting from the Nagarro.
Okay, so like what initially you have told the HR, so after the interview, they were able to match your expectation.
Yeah, yeah. Since it was my first interview, I
Yeah,
asked for her for 100% hike, and she gave me that.
great.
And offer letter also like took, I think, 2 to 3 days only.
So I must say, like in your case, the things were pretty fast moving because I have seen, like in my case also, it was like after the interview, they will take 1 week to schedule the next round. After that, like
Okay.
2 weeks they will release the offer letter. And but I mean, like, you were lucky that you were
Yeah.
in that batch that they have expedited the process. So that's really nice.
I think within 1 week only, I was able to get the offer.
Great. That's really awesome.
And one thing, I also like to highlight that Nagarro, like even if I have not joined it, but instead of that, still they, have given me these amazing goodies,
Yeah.
chocolate cookies
they they
and
send
other
it to
stuff.
everyone whosoever like
Mm,
cracks the interview, and before joining they send these
uh,
pre-joining gifts. And like, it's always nice to have something. And really hats off to Nagaro for like maintaining the standard. Because like the thing is that let's say I got an offer. So if I get the goodies, surely I'll update it over my Instagram or let's say WhatsApp. So
yeah.
15 to 20 people in my circle will see that, okay, like Nagaro is a good organization. They are sending this, no matter
Mm,
how much like salary is offered, but goodies like anything except your fixed component is always welcome. So like
and
the
yeah.
marketing team of Nagaro is really up to the mark in that case.
Yeah, in fact, these days this joining kit has become a very common thing, but
Yeah.
it's nice to get free gifts.
Perfect. And so, like, can you tell us what didn't went well for you? Like anything that you weren't able to answer, or you felt was not good, or you could have improved.
Um, okay, so since Nagarro was my first interview, so I was not very, brushed up, I would say. So when she asked me some questions, so it takes me time, to like, because I
Recall it.
just studied it, yeah. So
Yeah.
when you're in practice of giving back to back interview, so it comes very naturally. Okay, so
Hmm.
like she understood, that you just have now, started giving interviews. So but she was like, okay, I was actually pretty nervous in that interview, but I got lucky that like she was pretty good and like, she understood the situation. But since I was able to solve the coding question, I think that was the plus point. All the
Yep.
coding question I was able to solve, so that's why even if I have messed up in some theoretical parts, so I think that balances it out.
Yeah, like most of the guys, what I have seen is that like they prepare the theoretical part, but like coding for QA is like a little difficult task. So that's why like I have seen guys like jumbling up in the coding questions. So that is something like if you are preparing for any interview, so apart from theoretical, just keep on practicing 2 to 3 like problems
Right.
daily, or like whatever, like whenever you get time, just practice some basic problems of strings and java and arrays.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing is that if you are automating something, you will like encounter strings very frequently. So that's why like
Right.
the collection framework, the strings and these things are like asked. And
String, array, and collection. Yeah, these three are the important topics
yeah,
from coding point of
perfect. So like, how have you practiced the coding part?
um, I I mean actually obviously like when I like also like I research for a QA what type of questions asked in interview. So on that basis I do not like go for very high level of coding. Just the basic concept I brushed up all the array concept, string concept, collection, and the basic palindrome like even though these questions are they don't ask when you're an experienced person, they mostly
Yeah.
ask joiners
But the thing
like
is
fresh.
that, like, if you're not able to solve like
That
anagram or something, that will be a big negative.
right,
If
right.
you are able to solve it, that may not be positive for you. But if you are not able to solve it,
Mm-hmm.
that will surely be like an exit for you. So, like, there are some like pretty basic questions. So I recall that someone in the interview asked me that what is the difference between JDK, JRE, and JVM. And although I know the concept, but I was not able to fully explain it. So like after the interview, I was like, okay, what I have done. And sometimes it
Yeah,
happens that,
I think some interviews I think there are things that does not happen as you expect.
yeah, perfect. So Nidhi, any advice you would like to give to someone who is like having an interview in Nagarro?
I think first of all, their basic criteria, that MCQ, basically try to crack those two that MCQ round, because I have seen some of my friends, they were not even able to make it to the interview round because
Same,
they were stuck
same
in that.
here. Like I have few friends who have tried like multiple times, but although they are very brilliant, but
Yeah,
like they are not
exactly.
able to crack the basic MCQ part. So like just don't stress over it, but at the same time focus and keep your nerves and whatever you feel like. So just have some patience and focus in the exam.
Right, right. In fact, like first round, I don't think there's much practice required, but for second, that technology specific, I think you need to practice it if you want to crack Nagarro.
Perfect. So first point is that like we have to focus on the MCQ part and anything else.
Right. I think from interview perspective, I would say, like just be, true to yourself and honest. And even if you don't know even if you don't understand the complete question, let's break it down and try to take help from her, from your, whoever is taking your interview. And I think in most of the cases, they actually help. They give you hints, so it will be easy for to how to continue with that. So yeah.
Perfect, perfect. And any HR specific questions like so have the HR ask you like why are you leaving your current company and any answer for that?
In my case, like Nagaro, HR did not ask me. Uh, but if someone is preparing for that, then I would say, then if you are leaving after 1 year, then you should have a proper justification. But I think 3 to 4 years, I think it's decent. It's a good amount of time you've already spent in one
Hmm.
organization. You
Yeah.
can say that.
So you were in that 3 to 4 years of range,
Yeah.
right? That's why I
Yes.
think they haven't asked you because like if you are switching like
Yeah.
before 1 year, so you have to be like with a solid reason that like why are you switching, and because in that case either they want you a good hike or they will not release your offer
Mhm.
letter. So like I have seen cases in which the guys like really brilliant, they have cleared the interview, but after that like HR smell something, I don't know, because they interview like 10 to 15 guys per day. Like maybe we are having an interview per week, but like they are the masters of their field, so like they can tell you whether you are telling them the truth or not. So like just like come up with something that looks like genuine, right? So
Right.
perfect, Nidhi. Yeah, that's it, Nidhi. Anything else you would like to share?
Yeah, I wish everyone, all the best, whoever is, preparing for Nagaro or for any other company, just all the best, and, have some patience. You will get an offer later of your
Yeah,
choice.
and
Yeah,
now is the perfect time because like there is a like not I'll say like there is ample of opportunities for anyone
exactly.
who is ready to switch, and just be like prepare well, focus on your basics of like Java, Selenium. And sometimes I feel that the interview don't look for the best candidate, they look for someone who is like a team member and is able to work within the team, because some things can be taught and some things can't, like your
Yes,
basic
yes.
manner, your attitude. This is something which like cannot be put into you. Yeah, right. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree to that. Like, having technical skill is one thing, but having soft skill also, equally matters. I have experienced it even in my career, so I can like vouch on that. That you should have a right attitude. Whenever you're giving interview. Also, always be on time. Whenever you're giving interview, that is
yeah,
also a plus. When that shows,
great.
that you're here, for the job. That shows sincerity. So these are the very small things, but I think that will help in the long term.
Yeah, and even if you are not able to join, just tell them beforehand, okay,
Yeah,
like
inform.
I'm stuck here, or I have this emergency or something. Just don't that's put a very bad impression. Like I take interviews, and when I see like the candidates not joining on time, or they don't even bother to tell you that, okay, so like it really feels bad. So like just do the basics right, and I'm sure you can crack not just Nagarro but any company.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank you.
sharing.
And one more thing, I also like to, thank you, Shailesh. I think I also connected with you through your YouTube video only. And when I also like connected with you via LinkedIn, then I think you have a very, clarity, that which would be better for me and, which salary or you deserve at this point of experience. And, sometimes what happens after getting multiple also offers, you get stuck to one imaginary,
Yeah.
figure, but then you stop giving interviews. I think you only told me, that you should still
Yeah.
give interviews even, on your last week. And I think luckily that, that went really well for me last week only, and then I cracked one of the company, which I was aiming for, and then got a very good offer. The video that you also look, created, that you can reach up to that figure also, exactly that I have got now.
Great. Perfect. Thank you, Nidhi. I was like, I'm glad that I was able to help you, and like that is like I'm not like I'm one of you. So I have gone through the same process, and whatever like I felt, I try to like share and help everyone who try to like reach me out. So thank you, Nidhi, and it was nice talking to you, and hope
Like,
you had a good career ahead. Bye.
thank you. Bye.